By staying informed and adaptable, you are going to thrive and your community will grow. Hey y'all, it's Short and Stone here, but if you're new, you can call me Kelly. I'm a Canna advocate, medical patient, and solventless food entrepreneur. On today's episode, I'm going to be sharing the updated rules, regulations, and guidelines pertaining to posting for Canna content creators for 2025. Alright, so if you're still watching this, it's probably because you create Canna content on either Instagram or YouTube. Hey, I know you're probably struggling with all the shadow banning and restrictions, and I know you're probably curious about how to make your content successful going into 2025. So, that's why I derived this video just for you. As 2025 is now here, our favorite apps have now ruled out newer guidelines and restrictions, especially pertaining to our favorite ancient plant that's under so much scrutiny. In this video, I'll be covering the changes and how you can craft your videos to avoid censorship and restrictions. With ever-changing legislation and laws, Meta and these online social media platforms are increasingly aligning themselves with global regulations on the plant. That means stricter rules for creators like us. Whether you're sharing educational content, reviews, how-tos, or even advocating for the plant, these changes are going to affect how you operate. Listen, I'm just the messenger and I'm just trying to share and help you. I understand fully and validate that these rules are excessive. If someone can promote Bud Light and get it wasted on a Friday, I should be able to post about how this plant has changed my life and has given me a better quality of life because it is my medicine at the core. Alright, let's get into it. Key changes for 2025. First and foremost, there is going to be enhanced content moderation. They're using AI now. 2. Stricter ads and sales policies. You can't just be making medical claims, and we can't just be outwardly, sadly, pushing Canna products. And number 3, a focus on responsible messaging. So no one's being a plug in the DMs. But let's break down what this means for Instagram and YouTube individually. YouTube is going to be doubling down on Canna-related content and its restrictions. As of 2025, Canna content will still be allowed. However, it'll be allowed only under strict conditions. 1. No product promotion. Direct promotion or linking to Canna content in your description is strictly prohibited and banned. That's why we all use the check the pinned comment. Educational or documentary style promotion is allowed, however, they can't have any endorsements either. So my best workaround for this is saying, I love this product, I use this for X, Y, and Z. Instead of saying, you should buy this product, you should use it for X, Y, and Z. Little tip. 2. Strict age gating. This is because so many kids are on this app, and you can see that through the rise of YouTube Kids and content created just for kids. However, a way to work around this is make sure in your description you always have a disclaimer about what age this is allowed, and in your settings you specifically set what age is allowed to be on your channel as well. Even if you want to put it in your channel description as an extra failsafe, couldn't hurt. But the point is, YouTube does not want you promoting Canna use to minors. So yeah, just make sure all those disclaimers are in there and your settings are set up properly. 3. Sensitive ad policies. Monetizing Canna content is getting harder and harder. Ads are restricted to only being purchased by brands that are fully legal and in compliant states. Additionally, those ads then can only be seen in the corresponding areas where there is full legalization. So if you're hoping to get monetized, even if you do eventually reach the 4,000 watch hours with the 1,000 subscribers, I don't know who's going to be purchasing ads to play on your videos. But, you know, once there's full federal legalization, more ads in more areas. So that could be more promising. But for right now, monetizing ain't changing for Canna creators. Sorry. If you're hoping to also stay monetized as well, just focus on creating content that advocates for the plant and can educate consumers. Better yet, just try to align with YouTube's harm reduction and educational stance. I can't recommend more checking out their EDSA guidelines. When I write my scripts and assets, I try to make sure I follow them. Alright, let's talk about Instagram. This platform's changes might feel even stricter, alright? I'm not saying they're just, but they're getting stricter, okay? And they're evolving to change with the laws in all the regions. 1. Revised content flags. They're using AI now to shadow ban and ding all of your videos, okay? Okay? So avoid keywords, avoid puffin, avoid showing the smoke. And even your captions and hashtags can get your stuff dinged now. So just be extra careful. 2. Sales and promotions. Explicit or implied DM for details, DM me for the discount are not allowed. No sales are to be going on in the DMs. They're catching on now that people are plugging away. So now you can expect even more dings, shadow bannings, and post takedowns. Just an extra reason if you're spending extra time on your content to make sure it follows guidelines. And remember, implies consumption. Don't show it. 3. Educational exceptions. Content tagged as educational or cultural is totally okay. However, they cannot depict the actual consumption of the plant, nor is it allowed to be glorifying the plant. So that's a tricky one. Even our educational content could get taken down, which I think is just a really big blow, because to say something's being glorified is a slippery slope, because someone hitting a rig for medical purposes, another person could say is glorifying it. So it's a slippery slope. To stay visible, let's just say keep your messaging clear and avoid anything that could look like consumption or sales. Let's have a little checklist now, okay? Here's how to navigate these rules going into 2025 so that your community can keep enjoying your content. 1. Audit your content. Go back and change any thumbnails, titles, captions, descriptions, tags, etc. Any of the assets attached to your videos that you think will not be compliant going into the next year, change them now. You'd hate for all of your hard work from the last year to get taken down or dinged. 2. Leverage your stories and going live. Time-sensitive spurts of sharing information is a great way to connect with your community and engage with them safely. 3. Educate, do not promote. Focus on the educational value you and the products can bring. Focus on content like tutorials, Canna law, even wellness benefits are a great starting point. But remember, you can't be making medical claims without it being backed up. So if I said cannabis is not physically addicting, I can't just say that. I have to say the free Boston study of the 70s showed that long-term canna use does not inhibit brain function, bodily function, work production, etc. So just make sure if you're making any medical claims, you can back it up with research, baby. But also, my top tip that I feel has helped my content recently not get dinged, age restricted, shadow banned, or deleted is adding disclaimers. Whether this be on the video directly, in its captions, you audibly say at the start of your video, it is in your channel's description, and even in the back end, making sure in the settings you have your channel restricted so only adults can view your videos. All of these fail-safes will help make sure minors do not have access to your content, and that is the whole purpose of all of this strict, over-the-top, overzealous restrictions and guidelines, is because ultimately Meta and the platforms do not want your content being served to minors. So just remember that. Just remember that. Add your disclaimers, add it in your settings, do it, okay? These small tweaks will go a long way. I guarantee it. While these changes might feel super restrictive and over the top, now's your chance to shine. If you're creative, baby, and you got the education and the passion behind you, you're going to shine. But if you're relying on overconsumption, glorification, and just getting a buzz online, you might want to evaluate what value you can bring to the plant and the community. By staying informed and adaptable, you are going to thrive and your community will grow. Got questions? Got any tips for navigating? Drop them in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. I'm still a new and growing creator, so I respond to literally every comment. And hey, if you learned something, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to learn more about creating Canna content. And hey, hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. If you're curious about my type of content, my previous upload was my very last installment of Vlogmas, my last upload of 2024, might I add, and my next upload will be sharing the gassiest terps I ever received. I post full-length YouTube videos every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and a bonus every Wednesday for the month of January, so we start the year off strong. And I post Instagram original shorts every Monday, and then Wednesday through Saturday. So I guess I'll be seeing you real soon. Peace. And if you didn't hear it yet today, just know that I super appreciate you, and I hope you have an abundant new year. You're gonna crush it.